Welcome to CarSceneKorea. I introduce newly released Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia cars. And the car I have in front of me today is Kia K8 in Snow White Pearl. And last time I was here, I spotted K8. However, it had a warning sign saying that it should not be filmed, so I did not film the car. However, that's all gone, and as we all know, this has already been world premiered and it debuted already. But then I spotted this one right here, so decided to pull out the camera real quick and show you what it's like in person. And this Kia K8, for the first time ever, they have implemented this new type of front bumper design. There is no significant design cue that says, hey, from here to here is the front grille, front bumper. This whole front bumper is more like a integrated design of the whole thing altogether. Like everything is put in here, but then there is no set boundary in between the design language. For instance, that DRL, you know, underneath the headlight there's been a like, hey, this is the DRL. However, that's not really the case with the Kia K8 sitting right here going flawlessly with the front bumper. And it would definitely stand out the most when we actually have the DRL and other lights running. And as many have been worried about having this kind of design, it's kind of a quite flat, and the front bumper drops really quickly, just like that. It's like it's as if it's falling off the cliff or something. So for that reason being, you know, I can see a lot of bug splashes here already. Well, that is going to be inevitable in that perspective. However, it really adds on to the design, and well, this is quite something for sure. Just compare it with other cars on the roads today. This is unique design, and just look how thin they have gone with the front headlight. And that's possible because they have separated the DRL, integrated that right into the bumper and the turn signal as well. So on the top, it's just solely the headlight and the headlights alone. And this car is also a pre-production model, so it's just having a regular wheel. Knows why. This definitely is not for this K8. And we can see they have marked here and there testing out stuff. They got the numbers. And this is the rear view of the car. And obviously, can't believe I've been missing this out. This is the first time with the brand new Kia emblem, and that's what it looks like with the car. And I like the font that they have used. So the K8, the letter K here is identical obviously to that of Kia's K right there. And most definitely, as much as it has been significantly changed from the front bumper, this rear is something. We've never seen this before on any other car, having the bumper come down all the way like that. And that is very aggressive design, integrated with the taillight. And that, no need to say, this stands for the letter K of Kia, and that starts from here and is actually stretched out with the chrome part underneath. And so kind of you know, it's a way, the parting line with the bumper, kind of making it look more of a flush look altogether. Again, just check how deep this bumper goes. So this is crazy. And one more thing from the rear is that rear is really bumped up. I am comparing my Veloster, of course. Well, even if you were to compare that to a regular sedan, as we can see the Grandeur over there, or Azera, you can see how much bumped up it is from the ground. So you don't need to worry about the clearance. It's not going to be an issue whatsoever. And no exhaust coming off of either tip. So this is just for the design. As you can see, it's covered, and that obviously is the reverse light, and that's going to be the button for the trunk. Given that this is a huge sedan, this is a full-size sedan, by the way. This is the biggest car that Kia has in terms of a sedan, and you can see how long this car is. I'll be showing you the profile on the other side like that, and just see how much it is sticking out. And I've parked my car right next to where the side mirror is for the K8 as well, and that's how much this is actually sitting out. Very short overhang seems to be the trend lately. However, looking at the wheelbase, it's humongous. So this is the inside. It has the black interior. I've learned that it shows much better with the photo. The steering wheel has the new Kia emblem embedded, as well as the dial type gear selector right there. We've seen that from Genesis and so forth, and the other buttons are pretty much the identical and self-explanatory. It has a one giant display. I can see the parting line, so it is actually two different displays. However, the housing is put in a one single whole thing, so it looks much more flush than that of regular clusters that we have been seeing throughout, for instance, Genesis G80 or GB80 for that matter. Nothing special about the side mirror. It has the repeater right here. This is precisely where the side mirror used to be. I mean, it is for my car and all other cars for that matter, Elantra over there and so forth. However, they have moved the side mirror down into this door. They have integrated the side mirror into the door, providing this room, and they made that into a glass. And from the driver's side, when you're driving around in the cockpit, you are able to see that much, and you may think that it's not much, but it is a lifesaver from time to time. Especially when you're driving around in city roads, you are able to see children playing around here, and I personally like the design with that flag type glass better. Coming back to the front bumper again, this is the new tiger face that Kia has introduced and has implemented with the Kia K8, and we'll be seeing more of these in future cars with Kia, that being the Kia Sportage to come. And needless to say, but there are significant diamond pattern on this Kia K8 seen here, there, and also we've seen that chrome part stretched out right there. But also I've noticed that, as you can see, the panel right there also has the same pattern engraved, and the sensors for the parking assist and HDA for that matter, and there is also a so that does not look like a camera, but it sure does look like a sensor, and that's the third brake light. Nothing significantly different, but I see more of a square patterns within that third brake light. Reminds me of that of a Ioniq 5's pixel inspired lights, something like that. I wonder what that would look like when it lights up. And just looking from the patterns of the rear taillight right here, the details that they have gone through, I really can't wait to see this during the nighttime. I mean, I have seen this in the nighttime, which I will be inserting right now, and it's very distinctive, that one long horizontal line. But one thing that's different from that of a Hyundai cars is that, again, as I have said, is definitely this K lettering visible from the profile right there. Just imagine there's a big, bar right here, then definitely it is a letter K. And you can see that K8 has borrowed the design language from that of a Fastback. From the peak of the roof right there, starting with the rear door on the back, it gently drops like that. However, they have managed to go a little more gradually here, so providing more of a space for the headroom. So yep, no doubt, as you can see, there is a plenty of a headroom. And I have spotted another one. This right here is Interstellar Gray. There are 6 colors for K8. One we have seen just now, Snow White Pearl with Steel Gray, and this right here, Interstellar Gray, Aurora Black Pearl, Gravity Blue, and Deep Forest Green. Alright, so this model right here solves a lot of questions that we had with the Snow White Pearl. So that Snow White Pearl was missing a camera, so there is no surround view. However, there is a camera for this one, so probably that is the sensors for something else. Again, that is the camera right there. And this model has sunroof. So this is a wide sunroof, as we can see, starting from here to here. So it would open all the way back to here, just like my Veloster. Almost has the same party line and the design starting from here, and the way how it's curved right there. So this is what it's going to look like when it's opened. What do you think about this wheel right here? So on the rear, it looks like a 1P, 1 piston, and perhaps 2 piston on the front. And as for the design wise, this is pretty much this is more closer to that of a production model than the Snow White we have seen, because it has the right wheels. It's missing the stickers and testers for that matter. Exactly the same thing in terms of the front design. So most of the comparison here would be that you choose between the different colors, see which one fits better. One thing for sure is that Kia emblem definitely stands out much more than it did on the Snow White, for the obvious reason. So going on the back, same thing, K8 and Kia emblem on the back. And again, probably it's got to do with this car being a gigantic full-size sedan or saloon for that matter, but the rear looks really humped up. The rear is really suspended from the ground quite a lot. Again, this is the profile of the car, and once this car hits the the showrooms, I'll definitely drop by and show you what the interior is like. This type of a full-size sedan, you have to be in the car to know what it is really like, how this car would be around the roads, on the bumps, in different corners and all that. So hopefully, again, I signed up for the test drive for this. If I get lucky, if I get the car, I'll be having the car for a week. I'll tell you everything about that in the future video then. Alright, again, thanks for watching. Let me know what you're curious about in terms of this Kia K8 in the comment below, so next time I go in the showroom and get the test driver, I can check it out for you guys.